Proverbs chapter 19. Better is the poor that walks in his integrity than he that is perverse in his lips and is a fool. Also, that the soul be without knowledge, it is not good. And he that hastens with his feet sins. The foolishness of a man perverteth his way, and his heart fretteth against the Lord. I've heard other translations say that it's the foolishness of man that twists his way, and then he blames it on God. And sometimes we just have to honestly look at our own life and say, did I get myself into this mess? You know, you can't. People are quick to, why is God letting this happen to me? Why is this like this? But this verse says that the foolishness of a man twists his way. So sometimes it is just our own foolishness that gets us into things. Wealth makes many friends, but the poor is separated from his neighbor. A false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that speaks lies will not escape. Once again, we see here that God is against false witnesses. He that's a false witness shall not escape, right? A false witness will not escape. So if you followed along with yesterday, you realize and see that basically God is the champion of social justice in this world. He's against false witnesses and things of that nature. All right. Many will entreat the favor of the prince, and every man is a friend to him that gives gifts. All the brethren of the poor do hate him. How much more do his friends go far from him? He pursues them with words, but they want to go away from him. He that gets wisdom loves his own soul. He that keeps understanding shall find good. A false witness will not be unpunished, and he that speaks lies shall perish. Once again, there you go. The false witness, God will punish them, and he that speaks lies will perish. Delight is not seemingly for a fool, much less a servant, to have rule over princes. The discretion of a man defers his anger, and it's the glory to pass over transgression. Okay, like a bunch of chapters back, we talked about how that it is the glory of a man to, let's add a little more light to this teaching here. It's the glory, basically. It is a glory to overlook someone's mistake or transgression against you, right? So, it's a glory to overlook a mistake. If someone is bad to you and you just overlook it, then it's to your glory. Let's read that verse again. It's a really good one. And I mean, it would really save a lot of marriages and a lot of relationships to overlook faults, to overlook when someone transgresses against you, just to overlook it. And remember, the whole premise of Christianity, Christ said, blessed are they that forgive, for they will be forgiven. If you do not forgive people their trespasses, neither will your heavenly Father forgive you yours. The discretion of a man defers his anger, and it is his glory to pass over a transgression. So if you have discretion, you'll overlook people's faults. The king's wrath is as the roaring of a lion, but his favor is as dew upon the grass. A foolish son is the calamity of his father, and the contentions of a wife are a continual dripping. Houses of riches are the inheritance of fathers, and a prudent wife is from the Lord. Slothfulness casteth into a deep sleep, and idle souls shall suffer hunger. Once again, we see laziness not the way to go. He that keeps the commandment keeps his own soul, but he that despises his ways shall die. He that has pity on the poor lends unto the Lord, and that which he has given he will pay him. Whoever gives to the poor lends to the Lord, and God will repay him back. Whenever you help poor people, you're lending to God, and God is watching, and he will repay you. So if you have 2 jackets, give one to a poor person. If you have an extra $10, give it to a poor person, and God will surely pay you back. Chasten your son while there is hope, and let not your soul spare him for his crying. This is a verse like directly to me. Discipline your children while there's hope for them, and don't spare. Like, I am a sucker for the tears, man. I can't correct my son like I know I should when he starts crying or whatever. And sometimes I feel that if they're crying, maybe they got the point already. But the Bible is serious about correcting people and getting them on the correct way. While there's hope, it says, because once kids go really bad down the road of destruction, it's hard to get them to change. All right. A man of great wrath shall suffer punishment, for if you deliver him, you'll have to do it again. Hear counsel and receive instruction, that you may be wise in thy latter end. There are many devices in a man's heart, nevertheless the counsel of the Lord, that will stand. The desire of a man is kindness, and a poor man is better than a liar. Another translation said, what's desired in a person is kindness. The fear of the Lord leads to life, and he that has it will abide satisfied. He shall not be visited by evil. A lazy man hides his hand in his bosom and will not so much bring it to his mouth again. Smite a scorner, and the simple will be aware, and reprove one that has understanding, and he will understand knowledge. He that wasteth his father and chaseth away his mother is a son that causes shame and brings reproach. Cease, my son, to hear the instruction that causes to err from the words of knowledge. An ungodly witness scorns judgment, and the mouth of the wicked devours iniquity. Judgments are prepared for scorners, and stripes for the back of fools. The main verse that stuck out with me today is that whoever lends to the poor lends to the Lord, and the Lord will repay him. So do good deeds, be charitable, give to the poor, because when you do that, you're lending to the Lord. You remember how the Lord said, I was naked and you clothed me. I was sick and in prison and you visited me. I was hungry and thirsty. You gave me food. You gave me something to drink. And the righteous turned to him and said, Lord, when did we do this to you? And he said, whenever you did it to the least of these, my brethren, you did it to me. So whenever we're denying the poor, we're denying the Lord. Whenever we're giving to the poor, we're giving to the Lord. And also, it's your honor to overlook offenses. Try that, to be a person that overlooks offenses. And he that's slow to wrath is better than the mighty, right? He that rules his own spirit, better than them that take a city. So I hope these Proverbs can go deep inside your soul and your mind, and mine too, and guide us in our way today. So today we really know that we should be merciful to the poor. Once again, we see that God says liars and false witnesses will not go unpunished. Something I'm seeing as I study Proverbs is that God really is out there doing social justice, so to speak. He's against the liars and the defrauders and the oppressors, and he's for the poor, he's for the widows, he's for the downtrodden. So let's just keep that in mind, and I hope you enjoy this. Today's the 19th. See you on the 20th.